Hi guys, I'm Sonal and welcome to my channel. Today I'm sharing the recipe of keto buns or pavs with you. So these are essentially like dinner rolls or small breads, and it's absolutely versatile. You can use it for burgers, you can use it for hot dogs, you can use it for sandwiches, depending on what shape you give it. The only advice I'll give you is that you don't want to make it too large, because there was a time when I did that and it deflated as soon as I got it out of the oven. I have still not been able to figure out why that happened, but I would just advise you to stay away from that. The other advice is you don't want to make it too tall, so you want to kind of pat it down a little bit, because it tends to puff up and become round and kind of heavy. But other than that, it's a great recipe. It works out really well. I have tried it like at least 3 to 4 times before I share it with you. The only reason being that I wanted to make sure that it was a good recipe. This recipe is a diet doctor recipe, so if you want to check that recipe, I'm leaving the link in the description for that. Please like the video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Click the notification bell to be notified every time that I add a new recipe. I've also started a Marathi language channel, so if you follow Marathi language, you can go check that out. I'm leaving the link in the description. The name is Marathi Girl Sonal, and there I share all healthy recipes that I make for my family. So I share keto as well as other recipes which are gluten free or with low sugar. Please subscribe to that channel too if you watch Marathi recipes and if you follow Marathi. So let's go ahead and see how I make these buns. So here I have 1 1/4 cup of almond flour, to which I'm adding 5 tablespoons of psyllium husk, 2 teaspoons of baking powder. I'm using a half teaspoon measure, and that's the reason I'm taking 4 of those. Then I'm taking 3 egg whites, and we are going to reserve the yolks for a mayo or a frozen custard, which I love adding yolks to. And here's the 3 eggs. Now we're going to try to mix this, and I have used a whisk, which was such a wrong choice, so I had to get rid of that and get a spoon here. So I'm going to try to mix this all really well, and then I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar or any vinegar that you have, because that is basically going to help rise the bread. So we're not looking for the tart taste. So what I'm doing is I've taken 1 cup of hot water, and to that I'm adding my 2 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar, and then I'm going to gradually add it to the mix, and I'm going to keep adding the water as I keep mixing. So in about 2 to 3 batches I will add the whole water, and right now it does look a little too watery, but we're going to rest it for some time, and the psyllium husk is going to soak in all the water, and this will almost get the consistency of a dough. So I am going to let this rest, and now that it's rested for about 10 to 15 minutes, I'm forming my breads or rolls from this. And what I use an ice cream scoop to do this, so that you get rolls of equal sizes. And then I'm going to try to even this out. So you want to wet your hand a little bit, so the dough doesn't stick to your hand. I'm going to try to give it sort of smooth surface, but it doesn't matter, because as it bakes, it's going to even or smoothen on the top. So this is not a very important step. So once I've done that, I'm going to start adding some of the toppings. I'm adding white and black sesame seeds here. So you can see me sprinkle that, and we're going to put it in the oven at 180 degrees for about 55 minutes. You want to not let it burn. So depending on how your oven is, it's going to take that much time. So here you can see that I have eaten 1 roll, but I want to warn you, a lot of times I'm not able to wait for it to cool down, but it's extremely important that you wait, because sometimes these rolls are moist in the center, which you don't want. So you want them to completely cool down, which is what I've done here, and you can see what a beautiful texture it's got. And I'm adding some butter and some jam and taking a bite into this. I've already shared the recipe for the jam, and I will share the link in the description, so make sure you check it out. There's also another kind of bread that I made which puffed up and went flat, but it still tasted good, and I could use it almost like a sliced bread. So I hope you guys like the video for the bread, and you're going to give it a try. Also try different shapes and sizes and variations, and let me know which one works the best. I would also love to know that. And if you've liked the video, please click the like button, subscribe to my channel and to my other channel, to Marathi Girl Sonal. Thanks for watching. Bye.